Hey, no worries. I'm not upset with you.
All right. All right, cool, man.
All right, well, aside what just happened, how's everything going?
Good. A lot of stress, though, but, it's good to sit down for a couple hours and do interviews. That helps you, get back to reality, to breathe,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much shit with pre-productions now for the tour and the stage set and fucking merch and God knows all the fucking shit, and plus I have to learn, 13 songs.
Oh,
so
man.
And next weekend we have the premiere of the tour, so.
Yeah, I saw that. You about ready to head out on the road again?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good to hear. What's with all the dates are basically all over the place. I noticed you have some U.S. dates and then Canadian dates, U.S. dates, Canadian dates, just all over the place. How did the schedule come about to be that hectic?
I have no clue. That's Rock the Nation America who's setting it up, and I mean it's Maurizio from Cataclysm. He and another guy are setting this up. They have a booking agency now. So don't ask me, ask them.
Are you happy about this kind of chaotic schedule, or do you kind of wish it were more streamlined?
No, I mean, do you mean you're going from place to place, in different, geography, or do you mean no days off or something?
In a geographical sense, you're going from one country to the next, in such a short amount of time.
That I have no clue. I mean, I think a booking agency should, be able, when they book the tour, to make sure it's possible to do it, so it's not all fucked up, so I hope they know what they're doing.
Do you think you can do it?
Well, we'll find out. If we get halfway next day and we're still not there, then I know they fucked it up.
Oh, there you go. Like I said, you have some U.S. dates coming up. Will we possibly see any streamlined Hypocrisy U.S. dates at some point? You start in the U.S., you end in the U.S., and here are these dates and these locations.
What do you mean, streaming a gig or something like that?
Not streaming a gig, it's sort of like a straight path. Instead of jumping from the U.S. to Canada, U.S. Canada, like you guys have set up right now, would there be a tour sometime this year, maybe, of just U.S. dates, U.S. from the beginning until the end?
Possible, yeah. I know there's a lot of Canada dates as well, yeah. So I guess we're going up in north from east to west and jumping up and down and shit, but we're actually going all the way down to Texas as well, so I have no clue why or how we're doing this, like I said, I just set up 3 weeks for us, North American, and then we want to come back in September, October, or maybe November to do another run with it as well. I'm not sure if it's going to happen, though, but this one I know will happen, though.
Okay, and I'm curious, are you doing any summer festivals, or have you not set anything up yet for that?
Yeah, but only in Europe, unfortunately, We got a shitload between Pain and Hypocrisy. I got a lot of fucking gigs during this summer, And also South America is coming around the bend as well, and hopefully Australia is going to happen this time now, and we'll find out, Everything is really in planning and shit,
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to word this. I got screwed over at work. I had to pull a double shift. I'm kind of dead on my feet here.
Shit.
With Pain,
Yeah.
do your obligations with that band in any way conflict with your obligations in Hypocrisy? Tour dates, recording, anything like that?
No, not at all. This year, it's only Hypocrisy. There's going to be a few, like I said, a few festivals here and there, but not any this year, It might be 2 or 3 gigs, in a row someplace, but it's not going to interfere with Hypocrisy at all.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to move on real quick, because I'm curious on this.
Okay.
How do you have your own town?
Oh, dude, man, it's such a small village. It's not even worth mentioning, man.
Well, still. I'm curious, what are the requirements? Because I would love to actually try and move there.
Yeah.
It just sounds like the most epic of towns.
I took away a couple of houses and shit with a lot of apartments in, try to keep it more calm and nicer and not so much stress about it because, I rent out apartments as well,
Yeah.
So, I don't know, it's a good place to live and to die, to grow old and die, for me, it's a good pension fund as well,
Would there be any way to, take a vacation down there?
No, there's
No?
no hotels or shit, like,
Oh.
it's just like permanent residence,
Oh, man, so I can't come visit? Oh. I feel
I don't
slighted
know.
now.
It depends if I'm home and if I'm in the mood,
All right, well, maybe sometime down the line, then.
Yeah, you never know.
All right, well, switching over to Ended Disclosure. This album seems to have more of a conspiracy theory vibe to it than some of your previous albums. Is that what you were going for? Was that a theme in mind when you were writing it, or is there still more of a sci-fi theme to it?
9 different stories about my conspiracy theories in 9 different things, So, it was really just about things that I've been reading about a lot of fucking conspiracy stuff. I don't know why I jumped in on that, but it's been like that for like 2 or 3 years, just, reading more and more and then getting in on certain themes of conspiracies and stuff like that. And it's just fascinating. One day you believe this is right, and the next day you think, oh, maybe it wasn't right, maybe this one is right now. And then, at the end, I kind of did my own conclusions and wrote these things.
So what are some of the conspiracy theories that you might actually believe are going on or anything like that? I think listening to the album, you made reference to the Bilderbergs or a group like it.
Well, for instance, like the song End of Disclosure is really about, they've been drilling underground facilities for 50 or 60 years now, around the world, not only in America and shit, inside mountains and shit like that, and, they usually say that it's because of a nuclear holocaust, blah, 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 but I think it's more or less, like a month ago, there was a fucking comet hitting Russia and shit, and there was no warning about it or nothing, So I think, like in 50s and 60s, they probably saw something is coming our way, but, they can probably not stop it, so that's why they're drilling, so I don't know, why warn people when you can't do anything about it,
Right.
That's one theory of a song, and only the people with a lot of money can go in and hide there for 3 years while the whole earth is covered with fucking dust and shit from the impact and shit. So I don't know. That's one theory, and the return is really about the return of our ancestors. People who put us on the earth. I don't really think we were like from the beginning atoms and molecules and all suddenly grew arms and legs and came out of water and started walking. I think it's more they're helping out with our DNA strings, that makes us more clever once in a while, every 1,000 years or something like that. And I think definitely that's what it was now for 2012 when people thought that the world was going to go under. I think it's more like somebody's going to make us a little bit smarter this time, because it seems like it comes like that once in a while,
So would you say one of your favorite shows would be Ancient Aliens?
Those are really cool. I like them, definitely, maybe not my favorites, but, there's also a theory, that could definitely be, with all the Inca people and also, the Egyptian stuff, in the, I saw a program with, about the stuff inside the pyramid and shit, how they built it. It was, now I can't remember because I only saw it once, but it was more or less like how they built the caves inside it, It was just like how the world was looking kind of a thing. I just saw it really fast, and but things like that is really cool as well. I haven't got into the ancient stuff yet,
Yeah.
but it's definitely a cool theory.
That one has actually always been a theory that I've bought into, that perhaps we were either there was interference from alien life, or perhaps we did originate from another planet at some point. Especially,
you never know that either. Maybe they just dropped us off the way we are. Just really stupid and had nothing. Except trying to make fire with stones and so on. I don't know. I believe that more than I believe that. Like I said, that we came from nothing and just grew out of the water and blah blah blah.
Yeah. Well, did you happen to hear the news about the Curiosity rover on Mars happening to find remnants of what appears to be water? It was like a gray kind of gravel or something on Mars that proves that there was once the right environment for life to exist on Mars at some point.
No, I didn't hear that because I remember they had some stunning things they were going to tell everybody, and then I never heard what they were going to tell, But that's also another thing, with Mars and also the moon, the dark side of the moon. People really believe that there's a lot of shit going on there, because we can't see it, It's always on the opposite side of what we see, That I could definitely think, I mean, they say, like, government's been flying shit up there in the dark side of the moon for ages, like 40, 50 years. But, it's only, NASA and shit like that has no clue because it's more the secret government and stuff like that who's doing those things, And what we see landing on the moon 69 was just like, give them something kind of,
Yeah. I've always believed that the moon landing to be true until I started researching some of the conspiracy theories, and I don't even know what to believe anymore about that.
Yeah, see,
so many.
The funny part, when you start going into all kinds of different conspiracy theories, it doesn't matter what it is, at the end you don't know anymore what the fuck is going on. But I mean, like they talked about that seems pretty right, was like, if you get like over 300 miles outside of the Earth, you get so much radiation from the sun that you can't really survive it.
Yeah.
So that's why they always in low orbit, with the space station and all the space shuttle missions were going around. They couldn't really go outside of this thing because then you will get so much radiation that you will really die.
Yeah, that was always.
I don't know. How could you get to the moon then in a tin can? Especially, with the Eagle, how the hell can you? Because they had such a thin body on it, the moon lander, So that's why people are saying it's impossible to land and blah 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 without getting so much radiation, you will die.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's fascinating, when you start thinking about this shit.
So, out of everything, like everything you just told me, out of everything that you've heard that you didn't mention, like, what was the one thing that kind of set this album more towards a conspiracy theory theme than anything else? Like, was there one specific thing that just kind of broke you and just like, you know what, I'm writing about this, that's it?
Yeah, I mean, it was like, also was fascinated by, in the beginning of 90s about the Roswell incident, and that's why I wrote the song, Roswell 47, and, nowadays, I don't even know if there was a fucking spaceship crashing there, because you've seen so many theories about that, so you get all fucking groggy, you don't have no clue anymore. I mean, I know there's a lot of secret fucking projects that are flying around in the air that people think is, UFOs. And yeah, there is, unidentified objects, But I think it's homemade, most of the shit, So it's, which one is the best one? I have no fucking clue, to be honest, I definitely believe in this, because all the fucking bankers and shit like that, they really trying to, rule the fucking world, and they try to cut down the fucking population with like 90%, to clean up the world and shit like that. And you wonder, like, how the fuck are they going to do that, But it's super simple, because you have so much genetic processed food and shit, it's very easy to drop in some stupid shit in there. It might not kill you in one day, but he can definitely kill you in 1 year, and then suddenly there you got a lot of people dead, especially with the chains, the fast food chains and shit like that people are eating. The meat is coming from. Have you ever seen Food Inc., that movie?
I'm afraid to actually watch that.
Yeah, then you're gonna think like, oh shit, man, because they have the corn, and that it's fucking pretty brutal how they treat the farmers and shit,
Yeah.
It's pretty scary. Yeah, if you look at that, then it's very easy to kill a lot of people.
It
doesn't have to be a fucking nuclear bomb or anything like that,
Yeah. There was something, I don't know if you've ever seen the show, Conspiracy Theory with Jesse Ventura.
Nah, I don't know.
No?
Maybe I've seen so many things.
Yeah.
I don't even know the names of things anymore.
Well, this one, there was one episode where they were talking, I forget the exact location, Mantok or something, it was an island off the shore of somewhere, and they were moving the testing facility that was there into another state, and it was where a lot of the cattle that's made and sold across the U.S., that's where they're moving the place to. I heard that, and I just thought, oh, well, here we go. Red flag, conspiracy theories. They're poisoning the food supply, probably.
Yeah. That's, they all talk about, New World Order and shit like that. And like I said, the big bankers, they rule the world,
Yep.
Because they bought, they bought countries left and right, everywhere, because countries go broke and they need money, and so these guys comes up with shitloads of money, and then, if they don't do what they want them to do, they just turn off the valve with the money flow that goes into that country, and then they're fucked. So, it's beyond insanity when you think about it. I'm glad I live in a fucking small village. The only thing I'm thinking about is just be self-supportive,
Yeah.
I don't have to deal with all this shit.
Oh, sounds good. I could go for
it
living
would be
like
nice
that.
if you could be, you didn't want, if you could make your own electricity and everything and shit like that, so you didn't have to be bothered by all these fucking hypocrites.
Yeah. Well, getting back to the album real quick, End of Disclosure just really sounds dark and gritty. Were you trying to make this album more as sort of a warning to the listeners to say, like, look, this might actually be going on, and this might very well be the end result?
Yeah, no, I don't want to be some kind of prophet or politician or preaching things, I'm just, telling stories the way I think it could be, And the music itself, it's more simplified hypocrisy, I think. You got the hooks, when you got a fucking chorus coming up, and you can feel it and hear it, And I just wanted to make it easy listening, but still brutal and still heavy and still hypocrisy melodic,
Right. I did notice the simplicity of it, but I also kind of noticed older hypocrisy kind of creeping in, like the earlier straightforward death metal days of hypocrisy. Were you trying to kind of throw back to the early days, or was that just something that happened naturally?
Yeah, but that's what I think is the simplicity of the songs, It's not so many things in the songs in a way to fill things out like it became over the later years, It's more, like for a blues band, it's pure blues, kind of, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not anything around the blues itself, It's definitely the shit that we struggled for the first 10 years to get our own sound and our own style,
Yeah.
And I think that's what shows more now, and that's why it feels a little bit like back in the past of the songs,
All right. Almost out of time. I want to touch real quick on the video. You shot one for End of Disclosure. What was the process like? I mean, were there any problems when you shot the video or anything?
Well, the only problem was, like, we landed from Japan and went straight to the hotel room and slept for a few hours and then down to the cave. That was the only complication, jet lagged and all screwed up, but no, not really. I mean, I trust the guy. He's a lot of pain videos and stuff like that, and he did both DVDs that we did with Hypocrisy and Pain, and this guy, you can just throw the shit on him and you're going to get good shit. You don't have to sit there beside him all the time, tell him what to do and shit like that. So it was easy. I just told him, do what you do best, and that's it, I told him about the lyrics and everything, so it was really easy going.
Okay, that was my next question, how it was like working with Bill again.
Yeah.
I just assume
great.
you guys are like on the same page all the time then.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the only guys that you don't have to, after seeing a video, call him up and say, hey, this is out of sync, or this shot on him or me or whatever is stupid or looks shitty, or whatever, Usually, yeah, you don't really have to do anything. You just go, cool, great, thanks,
Yeah, well, that's good. Will there possibly be any other videos at some point, or is End of Disclosure it? You're done doing videos for it?
There will be, actually, on the premiere, we're going to shoot a live video.
Oh.
I mean, the footage will be live, but the song is from the album, of course. It's more to show the stage show and everything, and plus come out with another song, for those who didn't get the album yet, then,
Any way to let us know what that song is going to be, or do you have to keep it hush-hush for now?
No, it's going to be Tales of the Spineless.
Oh, nice.
Start of, let's do a fast one, first, because I said right from the beginning, I think End of Disclosure was the first song I wrote, and I was like, this is so hypocrisy, it's insane. It can't be more hypocrisy than this, and rather go with that, so not shock anyone, or make anyone disappointed. And then we do a fast one, and then, people know what they're going to get anyhow,
Yeah. All right, well, you know what, Peter? Time's pretty much up. Thank you very much for that.
Right.
I do have one quick question, though. Mostly because I want to make sure I'm saying it right. How do you say your last name? Is it Tagtgren?
Yeah.
Okay, I wanted to make sure I was always saying that right.
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right, thank you very much,
so
Peter.
hopefully see you on tour.
Well, you know what? If I can get out there, I gladly will.
Yeah. Cheers, man. Thanks.
Cheers. It's been an honor.
All right, yeah. Thanks. Take it easy, man.
You too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.